y'all doing? Oh my God. Okay. So I have been very busy. I'm not going to be able to stay on that long. But this information is pertinent to everyone. It is a solution, something I stumbled into, and I'm sharing it because the world needs it. All right. So, you know how you meet people who are very good at what they do? They're good at selling cars, they're good at baking cakes. They're just extremely in alignment with themselves. There's not a whole lot for them to figure out. They do have surprises and changes and stuff like that, like every normal human being. But the process of getting over to the other side for them is much better. Or maybe so. They just may have, I think, done what I'm about to tell you all to do. Go and get a reading from an astrology person. Now, I am a reader. I can analyze your chart for probably like $15. Seriously. Because I'm not a pro. But I have been studying astrology at such a high level for the past, recently it's just intensified for the past 2-3 years. But prior to 2-3 years ago, I've studied astrology over 20 years. I used to draw my own charts. I wanted to understand it, but one of the things that's so off-putting about astrology in old books and old people's points of view, and when I say old people, I don't mean old people, but I mean old points of view from back in the day in those books, is that a lot of my placements looks extremely restrictive. And so we're talking like 20-30 years ago when I'm studying this stuff. And I just didn't stay within the world because it made me seem like my life was just going to be horrible. And my life is not horrible. So let's just get to it. Okay. You need to get a reading from a qualified astrologer. However, one thing I can tell you right now is to find out what your rising sign is. You need to know what day of the week, not what day of the week, what time of day you were born. You need to know that. If you don't know it, your mom doesn't know it, get your birth certificate. It is on there, period. Okay? So I'm here with this information tonight because it's time to move forward. I don't have time any more time for the gatekeeping, and this is for the masses. This is for the collective. I'm here to give you your one up. Okay? When people say that your rising sign, the planet that rules your rising sign, runs your life, hey, everybody, they're not telling you exactly what that means. And it can seem like they have told you it runs your life, but they're not saying how. So, I'm a rising Cancer. The moon runs my life. This means that the qualities where my moon is, and I'm a Scorpio moon, they say it's the worst moon on the planet. But the moon is, for me, because I think this is my rising sign, I'm not sure if this is everyone's personality, but it is my personality. It's my personality that people are dealing with most of the time. And so that Scorpio energy is very reserved, very sensual, like you just study that. But where it sits in my chart says even more how I would apply it. So, let's get to it. The moon is going to radiate through every single house because it's my rising sign. It's the planet that rules my rising sign, which is Cancer. If you're a rising Jupiterian, which would be Sagittarius or Pisces, Jupiter is running your life. If you're Capricorn or Aquarius, Saturn is running your life. If you're Leo, you know the sun is. Cancer, the moon. If you're Gemini or Virgo, you know that Mercury is. And if you're Aries or Mars, you know Aries or Scorpio, you know that Mars is running your life. Happy birthday, Deshay. If you're Aries or Scorpio, you know that Mars is running your life. If you are a Taurus or a Libra, you know that Venus is running your life. Okay. Now, let's say your moon is sitting in, or your rising planet is, you want to know the qualities and the characteristics of the house that is running your life, where the planet is sitting. So you know from the rising sign what planet is running your life, but it may not be sitting in that rising sign. It could be sitting anywhere on that chart. You have to go and find it. That becomes like your lighthouse to your world, period. So I had an opportunity just by chance today. Somebody who I've had the opportunity to work with, people like to somewhat come off like they're kind of giving you information for free. But what they're doing is, and if they're smart, they've gone and sat down with an astrologer who's told them what to do and how to do it as business people, especially as very popular business people online. Okay, especially if they've made some millions. These are not people who are doing all that stuff by accident. Okay, I saw it so stark and clearly today. My mind was like, and I just stumbled into it because I'm a Scorpio moon. I'm a rising Cancer. Moon runs my life. That energy is flowing there for me. I'm very intuitive. And I also have Pisces placement. So boo. Not much is going to get by me and my innards. You understand what I'm saying? And I was listening to them talk today and I went, ooh, you're judgy. I didn't realize all this time, like, this person is really judgy. And I said, this is really giving me certain vibes of Capricorn. Because, you know, Capricorn's going to say what they feel. They don't have no filter. And they're going to say it right out their mouth. And boom, that's what it's coming from. And something about it just made me go, yo. I'm just remembering all my interactions with this person. And also a lot of different posts that I've seen over time where they just have rubbed me the wrong way. And it doesn't mean that the posts are wrong. It doesn't mean that her opinion is wrong. But something about it just kept saying to me, there is something here I'm not aware of, and I know I'm being manipulated. So I kind of backed up. The manipulation came through because now I'm understanding when I clocked T, if you will, and I just did a quick look up because I wanted to see what I was seeing. This person has definitely sat down and talked to an astrologer. They've definitely done. There's just no way they haven't. This is a multimillionaire who's peddling his or her wares across the universe, across the world. Okay? Very good at what they do. Extremely good. Man or woman. Because I kind of saw this in other areas. So then I go, you had a... Ooh, and I knew it. I felt it in my gut. When I saw it, it confirmed what I saw. I saw that she was running her life according to what Saturn is telling her to do because she is a rising Capricorn. If you are a rising whatever, the planet that is running your life is that rising sign's planet. Hi, Rohit. Is that it's what's running your life. After it runs your life, most people go, oh, okay, they don't really look into it. But that means that everything you do must have a touch of that planet's energy in order for you to be successful. It has to radiate through your chart. You don't, it is the main planet. And it's so interesting. Now I'm beginning to get why so many astrologers say, I don't know why we're calling ourselves our sun signs, because we're truthfully our rising sign. And we really are. Okay. But not recognizing it, you kind of, it's like you're just kind of moving through life and you are either in full blown alignment. But from what I saw with this, there was no way. I said, this is a strategic process and set up as the stuff I would have said, and I understand it. So now I get that a person who is Saturn ruled, right? You're going to look to where Saturn is and what it's telling you to do all the time to make sure that your life is right. The other transits will give you other information, but ultimately, especially when it comes to in the US, Rohit, it's important to understand that you are radiating your energy of your ruling planet throughout all of your life at all times. And the categories of the zodiac chart help you to be able to give some organization to what it is that you're doing. Okay, so let's say that you're a person, it's all about fifth house energy. And so your Leo, the sun is what runs your life. Your rising Leo, the sun is what runs your life. You're going to take and then you're going to listen to everything that sun is doing every single month. But it's not like you're going to go, okay, so I'm a rising Leo. Does that mean I listen to where the sun is every single month? You can't help but do that. That you're going to do. But if you're a rising Leo and your sun is sitting, say, in Libra, which is what, a couple of houses ahead, right? Yes, literally 2 houses ahead. It's going to be in the third house. The third house energy of Leo coming from your heart, of being the center of attention, of always looking your best, of always, really knowing your stuff, like of being trusted in so many areas and being on point with it, and also being able to get more. You're going to be able to speak that into existence more. You would be a person that's going to be talking. You want to talk your junk, write your junk, whatever. People are going to listen to what you say. And you need to understand that your ability to be able to talk or get that energy from that third house kind of has to radiate out into the rest of the houses, coming all the way back around to itself. And you're going to learn to kind of pick and choose. I was on it last year with the second Leo in the second house with nothing in it, because I was folding things in. But now I'm understanding it's actually everything according to your rising sign's planet of rulership. That thing runs your life, and you have to allow its energy to radiate throughout your chart. So if you're a rising Saturn, it means that you must consistently do everything in every single part of the zodiac chart is according to houses in a Saturn way. You have to be consistent. You have to be always there, and you need to always be right. You need to be checking and checking and checking, and you need to have done many experiments. Very similar to Leo in that type of way, right? But let's continue to move forward. Let's say you are a rising Venus. You're going to put that Venusian touch on everything. On yourself, first house. Second house, your self-worth. You're going to feel good about yourself, and that's Venus's natural home. Your third house, you're going to be speaking and writing words of beauty and just studying things that really bring more and more of that to you. That's your education and stuff like that. You may be an artist and need to be encouraged to be in art. You could be a teacher that's teaching and realize, I need to teach some art classes on the weekend, or go take some art classes on the weekend. The fourth house, you're going to take that Venusian energy and pour money into your home, beautification into your home, continue with everything Venusian. You're going to do the same thing for the fifth house of creativity. You're going to do the same thing for the sixth house of organization. So you're going to be organizing, but you're going to organize with like, oh, it must be fly in here. Not just organized. Like if you are ran by Venus, we're not going to walk into your home and find a bunch of metal shelves with nothing on it but books in a very austere, like masculine way. That is not Venusian at all. You're going to have beautiful plants on, covering all of the metal areas. You're going to put gold metal around it. And like that's what that person would do while organizing everything because it's the organization house that they're working in. And let's say that Venus is transiting that house then, right? Keep going. It's going to be the same thing. You're going to add a lot of Venusian touches to partnerships, relationships, everything, especially business partnerships and relationships in their seventh house. You're going to do the same thing when you are talking to the collective in the eighth house. And you're going to only pick out the pretty deepness of the world and not really take them to the dark side of the world. You're going to do the same thing when it comes to traveling and going places and studying different cultures and stuff like that because you want to see the beauty of it. The same thing is said for when you bust out and you on the front stage. Oh, I'm looking Jamaican, really? No, not. So the same thing is said when you are going to bust out onto the world stage and everyone sees you. You're going to be looking very Venusian, whatever that is for you. And you might go, well, Venus is sitting here. This is how I do everything. Yeah, but remember, you think about all of Venus's qualities and then begin to push them throughout the houses along with where your Venus is sitting. It's like a big beautiful mix mush. It's like that, right? The same thing if you're in the 11th house, your Venus sign there is going to make it so that you are networking with people, getting to know people, making them feel good about themselves, putting beauty into their life. And the 12th house is going to be where you go to extract, become aware of what your Venus does for you. Allow your Venusian energy to allow you to become aware of more places that are secretly beautiful to you that you may want to share with the world. So I use Venus as my main example here, but you want to understand you are radiating your ruling planet throughout your life every single day at any given time. Period. If you are a manifesting generator, you are generally, I would say for the most part, a Cancer rising because your mind is moving like that. Not Mercury, because they're busy too. But I would say Cancer. But I don't know, it could be Mercury too. Okay? So I wanted to get on here and quickly say that, period. It's important to understand that your rising sign is the key to unlocking your life. It will unlock your finances. It will unlock your love life. It will unlock everything, your health, the whole nine. The reasons may be very weird, but it's going to unlock it. Okay, I want to talk more about this. I know this sounds a little jumbled and maybe all over the place. I had to see the live play back to me, but I wanted to share. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will be back. I'm so glad this is continuing. I have Leo in the second house with nothing in it. This is like a continuation of that series where I'm beginning to unlock literally the zodiac chart and boom, find some answers. Everybody have a great evening. Peace.